I want to explain a little bit about the teaching tradition of Advaita Vedanta. It stretches back thousands and thousands of years. In fact, back to the creator, the Vedanta says. And because the first teacher is Ishvara, or God. So it means what? These teachings came from God. And I'll just explain in terms of a modern day teacher who's a link to the tradition, is linked back to the tradition, as we all are, who have surrendered to this tradition. Swami Puja Sri Swami Paramarthananda Saraswati. Saraswati is a particular group of sannyasis. Sannyasi means renunciates. And Swami means the one who's a master of the self, a self-mastered person, or it also refers to your own inner self. So it's somebody who knows and who's mastered the knowledge of themselves. Puja Shri means a term of respect, and puja means worthy of worship. Now that doesn't mean, so this is a Swami that's worthy of worship. That doesn't mean that everyone isn't worthy of worship. Because there's really only one entity here, according to Advaita. That's what Advaita Vedanta means. There's only one entity here. And this, here in this picture, we see Swami Paramarthananda. What's he doing? He's worthy of worship, but what's he doing before he starts to speak? Before he starts to deliver the Vedanta teaching, he's worshiping his guru. Now, this is a statue of his guru. This is such a lifelike statue. It's probably made of marble. It's such a lifelike statue that you wonder if it isn't the guru himself. That his guru is Swami Dayananda Saraswati, again from the same group of sannyasis, renunciates. And he's offering puja, worship, to his guru, which means what? That he got this knowledge from his guru. In this tradition, you don't figure it out on your own. Occasionally there are a few people who do, but it's very, very rare. But in this tradition, which is an easy and quick way to gain moksha, not so quick maybe, but at least reasonably easy, if you understand what it is, you surrender your desire to know to the teacher, and the teacher teaches you the Vedanta. What is Vedanta? Vedanta is what? The knowledge that ends the search for knowledge. Here he's delivering, I think, a lecture, maybe it's in a classroom. He lives in Chennai, India, South India. And every day he goes to several venues throughout the city and teaches, and has been following this routine for how long, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 years. Here, a devotee is offering worship to him, touching his feet. Now, why is he touching the feet? He's not touching the Swami's feet, even though he's touching the Swami's feet. But he's worshiping the understanding that the Swami has. The feet represent what stands under your body, and the knowledge of the self, that I'm whole and complete, actionless, unborn, ordinary, non-dual awareness, is we stand under that, i.e., that stands under us. We stand on top of that. In other words, we depend upon that for our life, right? And if you'll notice here, he's not looking at the devotee. He doesn't want to see that as a person. He's not going to, later on you'll see there, I don't know if they show it in this video, this series of photos or not, but they'll often show them giving Dakshina some money and fruit and so forth and so on. And he will not look at them. He will close his eyes or look away. Meaning what? This is just an offering to consciousness or to the self, right? Now, once all that's done, then he can teach Vedanta. And this is Abhaya Mudra. The hands is Abhaya Mudra, and it means take it easy, fear not. Now, what does that mean? That means what? That God or Ishvara, we call it Ishvara in our tradition, has your back at all times. It's a benign, benevolent deity, and you can relax and listen to the teaching. Again, same idea here. Take it easy. Well, it's kind of like also, it reminded me in Las Vegas, if you go to play a blackjack or one of those games, at the end of the game, here he's doing it probably at the beginning, the dealer goes like this and then holds up their hands, means my hands are clean, right? I've got no agenda here. There's no personal agenda coming from Vedanta. It's a universal agenda. And so he's saying, I've got clean hands, take it easy, relax, right? And I'll fill you up and I'll give you the teaching. Here he's with one of his devotees. This will be a householder devotee. Householders wear white, sannyasis wear orange in India. Here he's sharing the platform with another man. I don't know what that is. Now in this one, you see here, here's what I'm talking about. Here they're going to do what's called Pada Puja. Pada means the feet. And I just discussed that. The feet, they're worshiping the understanding. And the devotees are all clustered around. There are probably many more over here outside of the camera. And all of this is a prescribed ritual. All these various things have to be offered in a certain way according to the science of puja. Puja is a science that invokes the deity and produces very distinct results, always beneficial results. And the Swami is what? He's not paying attention to the other people, to the people. He's either got, I can't see now if he's got his eyes closed, he probably does. But he's not interested in people. There's only one person that he's worshiping. Here's a fellow after the class. Now, I think this is after he's taught the class. Then what? This fellow's doing a full pranam. He's a householder. Pranam means, here's the same picture again. Here it is, he's teaching the class. This is in a little more fancy venue. Sometimes I think, and I can't even, here's the Swami here. Right? He's right in the center. Right? The men are on the left and the women are on the right. They don't mix the sexes in traditional Vedanta. The men stay on the left and the women on the right. That's to keep any kind of, during the satsang, that's to keep any kind of sex thoughts or attraction thoughts out of your mind so you can concentrate. Here he is sitting with a group of sannyasis. These will be his disciples. These are people that have gained this knowledge, and he is their guru. So this is the guru, and they will be teachers also. He's a guru's guru, you can say like that. Here he's walking with a gentleman. I don't know who this gentleman is. This gentleman on the right, this sannyasi, is probably his elder, and you'll see he appears in many, many pictures. Then the householders are on the left. This man is a pujari, a priest. Here he's getting worship. He's getting offered from what? By a village. I think it's probably some villagers. This is out in the country. Probably some villagers are offering to him or to the tradition. This will be this young man on the right. He's probably not so young. I would guess he's probably 40s or 50s. He's not a sannyasi, but he's a brahmachari. That's why he's wearing white. White means purity. And he will not get the orange cloth until the Swami thinks he's ready for it. You can't, in India, there are many people who do it. They don't follow the tradition, and you have to be very suspicious of those, particularly Western people. But this man will, he'll wait until the Swami thinks he's ready. He's not ambitious to get a job. This job is conferred upon you by your teacher. In other words, it's a gift from God, the teacher and the God being non-different. He's got here in his hand, I think, what is it? I can't see, it looks like a basket or something like that. That's just another photo of him. Here he's sitting with that other older gentleman, same idea. Here you see here, he's not looking at his feet or looking at the worship. He's got his eyes closed, and how they worshiped him with flowers. There's a particular way you have to offer the flowers. Yeah, you have to offer them in a certain way. That's all contained in the scripture. It's called archana or that. Here's a gentleman, obviously a Western man. I haven't met that fellow. And he's, anyway, same here, same issue here. There's the Swami. See, he's always blissful. These pictures are very meaningful to me because I've met these great Mahatmas. In fact, in the back, I think you've got a picture of Sai Baba. That means this devotee here is or was a devotee of Sai Baba. She worshipped Sai Baba. Sai Baba was a famous, quote unquote, avatar. And Sai Baba was actually a devotee of Swami Paramarthananda's guru, and Swami Chinmayananda at one time. And Swami Paramarthananda was also a devotee of Swami Chinmayananda, who was the guru of Swami Dayananda. Also, so this tradition is just an impersonal tradition. Here we are. They're offering some. That you see this line of devotees here is all waiting to make some offering or ask some question to the Swami. I think they're probably showing him some manuscript or some document or something and offering it to him. In India, the householders support the tradition. In America, I teach in America, it's very difficult. We have some householders who understand the tradition and support Shining World, but most of the Americans don't understand that tradition, and they don't want to support. They'll watch all the videos and read all this sort of thing, and just take it for free because they think that donation means free, right? Donation should be freely given, but it doesn't mean free. This is his home. This is where he lived. I think maybe this is, I'm not sure. I think it is. I think this is probably where he sleeps. That's probably his bedroom. You're going to see here again the same idea. Here he's getting out of a car, etc., etc., etc. Basically, just living a normal life again. Here in this case, it's a slightly different thing. They'll apply water, that's why, to the feet, bathe the feet, just as Mary Magdalene bathed the feet of Jesus. The same idea, it's eternal tradition. Here, these three swamis. I think that's a lady. She's a sannyasini. She's one of his disciples and a teacher of Vedanta. And they're waiting for bhiksha, that means food. And so they will soon be served separately. There are probably many other people sitting out here on the veranda with banana leaves, and they will be served, but the Swamis will be served first, and they'll chant particular mantras that are like for grace. Here, you can't really tell which is which. They're all mixed up. They're all in the same state. They're all like dispassionate, and it's beautiful. I get emotional thinking about it. So here he's offering blessings again, Abhaya Mudra. Take it easy, relax, everything's under your control. God's got your back, etc., etc., etc. I think that's about, we're getting many of these same ones. Yeah, the same one again. This will be a householder. He's gone to his home. This fell gentleman's home. He probably supports the tradition. He's probably a business person of some sort. Many business, police, and military, they support this tradition in various ways. This is Swamiji's home. I think this is where I met him. Yeah, that's his bed, and he doesn't have a computer. He writes everything by hand. I wrote him an email. I sent him a hand letter. He doesn't take emails. He just has a boombox here, an old one, which I think he listens to, maybe tapes or something. I don't know. So I wrote him a letter, and in a handwritten letter, and he replied a couple of weeks later. This is all the way to India. I got a letter back from him, handwritten letter, thanking me for my contribution to the teaching. And many of people that study with Swami Paramarthananda were people that I recommended, that I said you should see this gentleman, Swami, and if you can, listen to his teachings as well. We promote his teachings, most of the in Shining World, most of the books and so forth and so on, because this Swami Paramarthananda he makes it very simple and basic, and the Upanishads and the texts are often not completely organized very beautifully. And you have to really, to get him, you have to be taught traditionally. Now here he teaches in English, but everybody there knows the Sanskrit, so he goes back to the original text all the time, and he's organized it very beautifully, and it saved me a lot of trouble, because even though my guru had a nicely organized teaching as well, once I combined it with Swami Dayananda's teaching, and there were a lot of kind of confusions and so forth and so on. And Swami Paramarthananda has made it very, very straightforward and simple. And most of the books and the texts that I've in the recent years that I have published on behalf of Shining World are inspired by the organization of his teachings. Yeah, this is his home. This is where he lives. I visited him here one time in 2003, I think it was, or 1993 or something, sometime a long time ago. There's teaching the class, etc., 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 leaving the class, so forth and so on. He has amazing presence. It's the presence of God. You feel the presence of God. It's like Ramana Maharshi or any one of these great sages. There's a feeling, an aura of sanctity and purity, and so forth and so on. And now to finish this little commentary, he's saying, thus spake the Swamiji. Now, what does he say? Ishwara's got your back. Not to worry. Okay.